the gut, number one. The reason why I had anxiety for about 3 years, really bad, bro. I couldn't even leave my room.
Yeah, people don't know how serious
It's really bad, bro. I would be driving down the street, my hands felt like they were cramping up on me. I couldn't breathe, heart palpitations. Once I started cleaning my gut, everything went away. Once I really detoxed my gut, started changing my diet, I haven't had another anxiety in about 8 years.
Oh, nice. It seems like
Another anxiety attack. Yeah, it is. Bro, 85% of doctor visits would be avoided by cleaning out the gut. 70% of your immune system is inside your gut. The gut is very important because that's what gets all the junk out of your body.
Yeah.
That's number one. That's your PFAS. That's the one that gets all the junk out of your body, bro. And without having that in check, all that's doing is reabsorbing those toxins back into your system, right into your blood. It's like having dirty car oil, dirty motor oil, and your filter's dirty. 85%. Once I started cleaning my gut, everything went away. Once I really detoxed my gut, started changing my diet, I haven't had another anxiety in about 8 years.
Oh, nice. It seems like
Another anxiety attack. Yeah, it is. Bro, 85% of doctor visits would be avoided by cleaning out the gut. 70% of your immune system is inside your gut. The gut is very important because that's what gets all the junk out of your body. That's number one. That's your PFAS. That's the one that gets all the junk out of your body, bro. And without having that in check, all that's doing is reabsorbing those toxins back into your system, right into your blood. It's like having dirty car oil, dirty motor oil, and your filter's dirty.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem HaKodash. Double honors to my elders and my apostles of Great Millstone. They're doing very well. Peace and blessings to the elect. This is Brother Double Duff from GMS Detroit Camp. Coming at you with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem HaKodash. Today I want to do another in transit. All right, well, not in transit, but another video rather. All right, based off this information, all right, concerning your diet. And words will this video be edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, to whom this message is for. All right, now, you already saw the opening clip. All right, title of the video is entitled "Clear Your Gut" or "Clean Your Gut." You know, which they say that your gut is it's like your second brain. You know, that's what they call it. All right, and you know, the scriptures speak about having a care for your diet. This is why we have the dietary law. One of the reasons why we have the dietary law to begin with, because there are certain foods and things that we are to eat, and there's certain things that we're not supposed to eat, certain things that we're supposed to do, certain things we're not supposed to do. And every law that the Heavenly Father has put in place, it all has a practical reason as to why it's there. Okay? There's always a practical reason, right, for why it's there. Okay? Now, let's go. Let's see. Yeah. Sirach 30 and 25. A cheerful and good heart, meaning good mind, will have a care of his meat and diet. Exactly. That's why you gotta watch your diet. You know, if you actually care about your body, you want to live, as they would say, a long life, then what do? You have to watch your diet. We have to watch our diets. You can't just be throwing garbage into the tank. You know, just like if you ever got bad gas, you know, meaning at the gas station, you go to the gas station to fill up your car, and you get the bad gas, and you wonder why your car ain't running right. You know, well, because you put the bad gas inside, hence why your car ain't running right. You know, or the gas that you got, you know, don't last you very long. You're like, what the heck? I just filled the tank up, but it didn't last because you got bad gas. Likewise is it with the body. If you put in the wrong things into the body, you're going to get poor results. You put poor things in, you're going to get poor things out of it. It's just that simple. So we're supposed to have a care of our meat and our diet. Okay? This is Sirach 30 and verse 16. It says, I'll start at 15. Okay? Well, I'll start at 14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution, meaning healthy. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution, so poor but you're healthy, than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Exactly. Afflicted in his body, meaning you're sick. All right? That's why it's important that we exercise. The Apostle Paul said, bodily exercise profiteth a little. All right? The point being that it still profits. All right? So it's important that we get our bodily exercise in. It's important that we watch our diets. All right? One of the reasons why a lot of these people are in the hospital is because they never watch their diets. Okay? Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Exactly. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Right. Self-explanatory. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. That's right. That's why a lot of times you have people with these, as they call them, chronic illnesses, you know, and they're in a state to where they're so messed up and they feel so, you know, hopeless because of the disease, whether it's because of the pain, whether it's because, you know, whatever it is, that they ask, you know, hey, look, you know, I'm ready to go. They say that they're ready to go. You know, you have certain people that'll be on these different machines to keep them alive, but so at a certain point, hey, they tell the people, or the nurses or whatever, like, look, I'm ready to go. See? Delicates pour upon a mouth shut up are as messes of meat set upon a grave. I'm gonna hop down. Verse 23, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. That's right. And one of the things people do when they feel very sorrowful is what? They have a terrible diet. They eat it off. Hence why you see the movies with the, you know, oftentimes this woman, they'll be on the couch with buckets of ice cream, you know, eating their problems away. You'll see people just stuffing their faces, you know, to eat away their problems. That's not how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be disciplined within this thing. Okay? Look, we're supposed to be disciplined. Okay? Because a lot of these diseases that we have, one of the reasons why is because of the diet. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 1. Daniel 1 and verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. It says, unto whom the prince, those are their Hebrew names, by the way. They were all of the tribe of Judah. Unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. So they got their slave names now. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah of Shadrach, and of Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. So they got slave names. But Daniel purposed in his heart, meaning his mind, that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs, that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. So the king, he set up their diet. He said, look, I want these 4 children to have this diet right here. You know, this is what they eat, this is what I want them drinking. You know, so the eunuch, he had charge over them, and it was his job to make sure that they were well nourished. So he was nervous. He said, shoot, if I end up messing this up and he see that y'all, you know, not as plump as he would like, then this is going to fall on me. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. In other words, he's Like, man, if I do this and this go wrong, look, I'm risking my life here. I could die. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, this is what you call an experiment, I beseech thee 10 days, and let them give us pulse is veggies, to eat and water to drink. Yeah, it's important to eat your veggies, all right? Your horseradish is great. Beets is good for your blood. You have beets, you have beans, you have all kinds of different kinds of beans. Kidney beans, pinto beans, black-eyed beans, so on and so forth. Okay? Cilantro is great for the eyes. All right? Parsley is great. Amongst many other different veggies that are very important for your diet. It says, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Another thing, there's nothing wrong with drinking. Nothing wrong with that. Brothers love, some yayan, some wine, some beer, some strong drink. All these things are great and are made to, comfort man, and make the mind merry and happy, But it's important to have discipline with that too. There's always a fine balance to everything. Because when you have too much alcohol, you become an alcoholic. So it's a balance to everything. It says, verse 15, at the end of 10 days, her countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink and gave them pulse, veggies. Let's go to Daniel 1 and 16. So look up the word pulse. I don't think I've looked that up before. The blue letter. Oops. The word there for pulse. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. Let's see. It's not letting me click on the word. That's different. Let me click that, but not on the word pulse. Yeah, see, it's sometimes this blue letter be acting up. So really, what I'm trying to do is click on the word pulse to get the definition. But look, it's taking me over here. Can't make it up. Yeah, it just won't let me. Let's look it up in the regular dictionary. All right, pulse. The edible seeds of various leguminous plants, for example, chickpeas, lentils, and beans. The plant or plants producing pulses. So I give you a little bit there. Wish I could get more, but All right. So pulse, but it says it refers to the pulses category of legumes, which are the edible dried seeds in the legume family. such as lentils, chickpeas, and beans. Now, I want to see if maybe the blue letter will actually work this way with the regular internet. They can't. The call on you. Looks like Zerua, meaning veggies. Veggies. Okay? So that's what that's going into. It's going to him eating veggies. Alright? See, the regular dictionary don't give you what you're actually looking for. So he was eating the veggies. You know, it could have been cilantro, could have been kale, could have been, you know, you can do all kinds of stuff with that. You know, make you a nice salad. You know, if you have a taste for some meat, guess what? Chop up some chicken breast, make it on the stove, throw it on there. You know, it's easy to eat healthy and it does taste good. All right? So have a care of your body and of your diet. All praise, honors, and glories be to Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshai, the Lamb, my apostle, and elders. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.